Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will Nemo. We are talking about the Tao Te Ching and how to get back into spirit and alignment with the way. Today I'll be talking about the 11th verse, living from the void. 30 spokes converge upon a single hub. It is on the hole in the center that the use of the cart hinges. Shape clay into a vessel. It is the space within that makes it useful. Carve fine doors and windows, but the room is useful in its emptiness. The usefulness of what is depends on what is not. Living from the void. In this thought provoking 11th verse of the Tao Te Ching, Lao-Tzu cites the value of an emptiness that goes unnoticed. He explains this idea with images of the whole in the center of a hub, the space within a clay vessel, and the interior area of a room, concluding that the usefulness of what is depends on what is not. In other words, separated parts lack the usefulness that the center contributes. This passage invites us to live from the invisible void that's the core of our being. That is to change how we think about it. Consider the paradoxical term non being as you ponder your own beingness. You're comprised of bones, organs, and rivers of fluids that are encapsulated by a huge sheet of skin molded to hold you together. There's definitely a distinctive quality of beingness that is you in this arrangement of bodily parts. Yet, if it were possible to disassemble you and lay all of your still functioning physical components on a blanket, there would be no you. Through all of this, parts would be there. Their usefulness depends on a non beingness, or Lao Tzu's words, what is not. Imagine lining up the walls of the room you're presently in with all the elements present. Without the space of the center, it's no longer a room, even though everything else is the same. A clay pot is not a pot without the emptiness that the clay encapsulates. A house is not a house if there's no inner space for the exterior to enclose. A composer once told me that the silence from which each note emerges is more important than the note itself. He said that it's the empty space between the notes that literally allow the music to be music. If there is no void, there's only continuous sound. You can apply this subtle awareness to everything that you experience in your daily life. Ask yourself what makes a tree a tree. The bark, the branches, the roots, the leaves, all of these things are what is, and all of them do not constitute a tree. What's needed to make a tree is what is not, an imperceptible, invisible life force. It excludes your five senses. You can cut and carve and search the cells of a tree endlessly, and you'll still never capture it. In the first line of this verse, that hole in the center that's necessary for the movement of the wheel can be likened to the void that's vital for you to move through in your life. You have an inner state of non being at your center. So take note of what is visible, your body, as well as what is invisible essence that your experience depends upon, the Tao part of you. The following is what I hear Lao Tzu saying to you regarding this concept of living in the void today. Your imperceptible center is your vital essence. Take the time to shift your attention to the so called nothingness that is your essence. What does it beckon you toward? The space emanates from the invisibleness that's responsible for all of creation, and the thoughts that emerge from your inner self are pure love and kindness. Your inner non beingness isn't a separate part of you, So seek that mysterious center and explore it. Perhaps think of it as a space contained by your physical self from which all of your thoughts and perceptions flow into the world. Rather than trying to have a positive, loving notion, simply be sensitive to the essence of your beingness. The way of the Tao is to rather allow than to try. Thus, allow that essential center of pure love to activate your unique usefulness. Allow thoughts that emerge to enter your physical self and then leave. Allow and let go, just like your being. And vow to spend some time each day just being attentive to the awesome power of your imperceptible, vital essence. Practice the power of silence every day. There are many individual ways of doing this. For example, meditation is a wonderful tool to help you feel the bliss that accompanies your connection to your inner world. That place where you experience the way of the Tao. Vow to be more aware of the placeless place within you, where all thoughts flow outward. Find your way to enter the space within you that is pure, clean, and in harmony with love. The difference between saints and the rest of us isn't that they have a loving, pure belief and they don't rather have function solely from their essence, where the way of the Tao flows invisibly through your physical being. This is the primary purpose of learning to meditate or to be in silence, inviting your essence to reveal itself and allowing you to live in the void. Do the Tao now. Spend at least 15 minutes today living in the void that is you. Ignore your body and your surroundings. Let go of your material identifications, such as your name, age, ignath, your your job title, and so on. Just to be in that space between what void, which is absolutely crucial to your very existence. Look out of your world from what is not and appreciate that your very usefulness is a material being is completely dependent upon this void. Work today on befriending what is not part of you. I call this going beyond concepts. It's something I'm still working on, as most people should be. Um, I just like to wish everyone in the Mandelbrot and the podcasting community a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year on behalf of the Daily Taoist. Please follow and like and subscribe on your favorite platforms. As well, I am available on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And I have my mentoring link available at clarity.fm. Have a great and prosperous day. Namaste.